If you're looking for the perfect fall-inspired dessert, I've got just the recipe for you. Today we're making an apple crisp inside a cast iron skillet. It's one of my favorite ways to cook apples because you can easily transport the skillet right into the oven. So this apple crisp is going to have some delicious topping, which is my favorite part about apple crisp and hopefully yours. It has oats, brown sugar, flour, and butter, and that's gonna be sprinkled all on top of the apples. Now, speaking of the apples, I have very strong opinions of what apples need to be included in an apple crisp. I love Honey Crisp for their nice texture, and then we need some tartness, which is balanced out by Granny Smith apples. I can't wait for you to try this recipe. Don't forget to subscribe for more fall recipes all season long. The first step in this dessert project is to peel your apples. We're using 3 large Honeycrisp apples and 2 Granny Smith apples. If the texture doesn't bother you and you want to leave the skin on, you're more than welcome to. I just prefer it without the skin. Either way, if you want the nutrients, feel free to leave them on and don't peel them. Then we're going to core the apples and slice them into about 1/4 inch thick slices. You'll want pretty thin apples for this recipe, so make sure that you have a sharp chef's knife for this project. I'll link my favorite one in the description below. Okay, now onto my favorite part, which is the topping that goes over the apples. For this, we're using 1½ cups all-purpose flour, 1½ cups of firmly packed brown sugar, and 1½ cups old-fashioned oats. Then you need the classic ground cinnamon, which we're using 2 teaspoons of, 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt, and then we're going to mix in some room temperature unsalted butter. You'll need 3/4 cups. Make sure you have clean hands and then gently press the butter into the dry ingredients until all of the butter has been worked into pea-sized clumps or smaller. And don't forget to save the butter wrappers because we will be using those in a second. Okay, now grab your cast iron skillet. I am a Lodge cast iron skillet lover, but any brand will work. And then we're going to take the butter wrappers and lightly grease the cast iron. I'm using a 12-inch cast iron skillet for this recipe, but if yours is a little bit smaller, your apple crisp might just be a little bit taller. Now we're going to layer the apples into the cast iron and then sprinkle all of that delicious topping over the apples. After you're done layering, the great thing about cast irons is that they can go directly into the oven. So place the cast iron in a preheated 350 Fahrenheit oven for about 30 to 35 minutes until the top has slightly browned and the apples are fork tender. Now my favorite part is serving up that warm apple crisp. You're going to grab a bowl and spoon as much of the apple crisp in as you would like. Then you can't forget the ice cream. It is essential in my book. So grab a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And then finally, we're topping everything off with a nice heavy drizzle of caramel topping. Bonus points if you want to make your own. This is literally the perfect fall dessert. I will be eating it all season long and I hope you will too. You can find the full recipe along with tips and tricks linked in the description below.